Good day, my fancy friends. My name is Topnotch, and welcome to another Five Nights at Freddy's 4 theory. So you may be wondering why I'm actually doing a theory when I'm in the middle of the game. Well, it's because I went on ahead and watched Markiplier play all the nights through Night 5 as he has played them, simply because the game is still going to be genuinely scary no matter what, because the jump scares are always going to be unexpected. Plus, I still haven't actually played them for myself, and it's always worse. But I did it just for the sake of you guys, because I know you probably want some theories, and I'm here today to bring you a theory, and somewhat it's more of a recap, but it's still an original theory in and of itself. So I will be playing more Five Nights at Freddy's 4 in the future, or not in the future. I will be playing some more and getting it finished officially for myself, but I thought that I would go ahead and watch it so I could finally give you guys some definitive answers. And today I'm bringing you one, and it has to do with Fredbear once again being reinstated that Golden Freddy was Fredbear at one point. And I have a lot to cover, so let's just strap yourselves in and grab yourself a slice of Freddy Fazbear's pizza, because we are going to be in one heck of a theory. So again, I told you that I reinstated on this before, or that I touched on this subject before, and I'm here to bring you more proof based on the mini games that are in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, mainly towards the end. So throughout the games, or not the games, excuse me, the teaser images, from Bonnie on to Fredbear, the reoccurrence of was it me, or me, and finally, or was it me with the Fredbear image, was just a thing that we all were wondering, why are they all sounding so mocking? And it's not really mocking, it's more of stating, it's more of like, it was more to throw us off. Like, we didn't know who really caused it, and we finally figured out that it was Fredbear himself that caused the bite of 87. And I'll get to that in a bit if you guys don't already know what I'm talking about, but I'm sure that you do. So in a previous theory, I stated that Golden Freddy was potentially Fredbear based on the coloration and just a whole bunch of other stuff. You guys can find the theory in my list of theories. And I also talked about how he could have been a spring lock suit, and that partially explains why he has no endoskeleton when you see him in the first two games. Um, Pretty much explaining all the reasons why Golden Freddy is potentially Fredbear, um, based on the evidence that we had. And after the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 mini games were completed, it finally gave me some light as to the fact that I was probably even right in assuming that when everybody else was denying it could have been possible in the beginning. One of the reasons why is because in this, he has a black bow tie and a hat, and it's just the fact that he has it as Golden Freddy, but it could have been Fredbear even though it's purple here. So anyways, let's get into the other animatronics being existent with Fredbear in this time. So in this, you're seeing the bite of 87, the victim of the bite of 87, who we presume that we play as in the game. And we see that the bullies, his older brother presumably with his friends, are wearing masks of Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy, which shows that these four animatronics existed at the same time that Fredbear and Springtrap originally did, which means they've been here just as long, simply have just been redesigned. Which means, where were they in the mini games? Because I don't think we actually saw them. We only saw these guys wearing the masks, we saw some toys from time to time, but it makes you wonder, because Golden Freddy existed in the first game with the four, and again in the second game with all of them, so it just shows that they've been here since the very beginning. It shows that Fredbear could even be Golden Freddy because of this reason, because they're both golden and they both exist with the other animatronics from the very beginning. So it seems as though these animatronics, they existed apparently, but we don't get to see them, and the reason for that is unclear as of this point, because we still have the Halloween stuff that we have to get, as well as potentially even Five Nights at Freddy's 5, if you guys have seen the other theory that I've made recently based on that. So, the victim of the bite of 87 is actually most likely Golden Freddy himself. Um, And the reason why is because he was bitten by Fredbear, and because of the theory I've made, ended up becoming Golden Freddy. Um, so his behavior being explained finally why he's more of a teleporter is explained with this one single minigame that takes place only in this room. The fact that he is locked away by himself, he is hidden, he is scared, he's frightened, but yet he's with the spare parts room with Fredbear's suit and basically the endoskeleton. I'm assuming goes within Fredbear when it's not wearing when it's not in suit mode. And Golden Freddy's behavior in Five Nights 1 was that he just sort of came in your office without a warning. And we all think that he even might be existing in the kitchen in that game. In Five Nights at Freddy's 2, it's sort of the same principle. He's existent only as an apparition. And this could even explain why that's true. Because the victim of the bite of 87 is scared, so he hides. So Golden Freddy, being the soul of this victim, hides in order to sort of keep in line with the spirit of the kid. Because we know that there were 5 kids murdered, but the victim himself of the bite of 87 wasn't murdered and turned into the suit. We know, and this is finally clearing it up once and for all, that the 5 were not Golden Freddy and the other 4, but rather Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Freddy, and the marionette. Which means this spirit is actually the 87 victim, and the puppet probably felt bad for him because he had to go in such a terrible way, and he was scared the entire time, so he probably gave him a way to be able to live even though he had suffered in this life. But this is, again, all just a theory, guys. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it because it took a long time to finally piece it all together. And I have more theories coming on the way very soon. But again, if you enjoyed, drop a like. And as always, have a top-notch day, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.